Welcome in, y'all. The State of Play for PlayStation, which is a showcase where they tell you kind of what games are coming out over the next couple of months to the next year, happened yesterday. I was in the office and I was busy when I got home, so I didn't get a chance to break it down, all that good stuff, or watch it. But before I begin on what I'm excited for, I want to hear from you guys. What are you most forward looking to from the State of Play? Let's dig in. So first up, we got Sorrows, which is from the same studio that made Returnal. And if you don't know what Returnal is, it's a roguelike, meaning that if you die, the whole experience changes when you respawn and you go in again. So 2 playthroughs, in theory, should never really be the same. So they're back with another, what appears to be a roguelike game. And it's a roguelike with like a bullet hell feeling, which I'm pretty sure. So I wanted to go back and double check and make sure I'm using bullet hell correctly, which is when projectiles are raining down from every direction from your enemies and you're trying to dodge in between them and move like water and not get hit. But I was more so curious if there was like a game out there called bullet hell, which, coined that term essentially because, it made a game with that type of gameplay. And then everything else came behind it. Like how there's Metroidvanias, Metroid or Castlevania games that have a very unique way they play. And then all the games that come after are kind of dubbed Metroidvanias or Souls-like games. So that's the part I was checking into. But yes, this game is a bullet hell, meaning you'll be dodging projectiles from all different directions as you dash and block your way through. I did like Returnal. I did get a little frustrated with playing for 4 hours and then okay, I just turned the game off because I couldn't figure out how to save or quit or, retain my progress and get back on the next day and have to start all over, which I know that's how roguelikes are, but usually they have some kind of save point system or something, and it didn't feel like they had that, and I didn't really look into it, but I think I know what the system is for that, but that's too late. That was years ago. So I'm curious about this game, but I'm not super excited for it. It'll stay on my radar. If it comes out during the right time, I'll probably check it out. Next up, we got Zero Parades. Hopefully I'm saying that right. As soon as I saw the game, I did the Spider-Man meme, and I was like, this looks just like Disco Elysium. And sure enough, when I looked up the studio, that's who made it. So this is a follow-up game. Maybe not a sequel, but this is like a separate installment for them. And I'm actually playing Disco Elysium right now for the first time. I'm about 15 hours in. I'm really enjoying the game. I like the conversations, unraveling the story, finding the items. The skill system is a little wonky to me. I'm working my way through that, internalizing things and all that. So, I am enjoying it to a certain degree. This is definitely something that's like on my radar, but maybe something I wouldn't stream, but I would just play it on my own. But overall, hey, another cool game. I'm looking forward to it. Flight Simulator, I've never played any of the simulator games, so I don't have much of an opinion on it. It looks polished, but I don't know. It's just not something that I would do with my free time. But if you like it, I'd love to hear from you on this. So we got some Battlefield 6 story gameplay, which I'm already sold on the game for multiplayer reasons. But I welcome a story. I'm a pretty easy to please guy. So I don't have like giant expectations for the story, but hey, I welcome it. Honestly, this didn't need to be in a state of play because this is already like a must buy for a lot of people. But I'll check it out. I felt like Battlefields 3 and 4 had good stories too, where I was engaged throughout the entire thing. So yeah, Battlefield 6 is here. Next up, we got Deus Ex Remastered. I never played it. I think I've played Deus Ex Machina, or at least watched a playthrough of it, and maybe that's why it looks familiar to me, but not quite familiar. I always welcome remastered games. Cool, keep it moving. We got an announcement for a Halloween game, and I am excited for it, but to be fair, a lot of asymmetrical games kind of fall flat. Almost all of them die within about a month and a half or so. Texas Chainsaw didn't do good. Friday the 13th was okay. Killer Clowns from Outer Space also kind of fell flat. The only asymmetrical game that has really survived is Dead by Daylight, and even then, that community wants better for the game, and it seems like they're ready to jump ship anytime something else comes along, but they all kind of know what I just said, that it's going to fall flat. But if nothing else, if this sells for like $40, I'm 100% picking it up and just run around and have fun for a little bit, have fun for a little bit, but it's not slated until next year. But hey, it looks good. I'll try it for a little bit, but my expectations for anything long-term are low. Especially since you can hurt the killer like you could in Friday the 13th. And if you can hurt the killer or the chaser or whatever you want to call it, then there's a very high chance that all the players will get all the items and they'll just bully the killer for a little bit until the killer quits or whatever, So I don't know about that piece, but it looks exciting for now. I'm probably going to check it out if the price is right. Last Epoch is coming to PS5, so it looks like this has been an existing game on PC. I've heard of it, but I'm not super familiar, and I see it's getting a big expansion. Dungeon crawlers do look interesting to me. I've been broadening my horizons. I've yet to play a dungeon crawler. It just seems like the skill tree is massive, and it seems like it's a huge time commitment. So that's what keeps me away from them. Maybe there's simplified dungeon crawlers out there I could try. If you can recommend some to me, definitely do so in the comment section below. Also, real quick, if you made it this far in the video, consider hitting that sub button for me. Hit that like button. That really helped me out. I'm really trying to grow this channel up. I'm trying to do YouTube as much as I can. I've been kind of slacking over the years, so this is a fresh channel. I'm just trying to do big things. It could really help me out. Moving on. So we got a 7 Deadly Sins RPG game. Now, honestly, the game doesn't look bad. It's something that I would consider trying, assuming I didn't work a 9 to 5. If I had more time in the day, I'd give it a shot. Now, I will say, though, that I don't like the story of the anime. And I don't want to get into too much detail, but like there's like massive age gaps. The main character can't keep his hands off the lead female character. And it's just kind of like, it kind of grosses me out a little bit. Some of the relationship stuff is weird. I can't really get past that piece of it. So it's like, on paper, if you don't know about the anime and you just check out the game, you probably looks like you have a good time. I'll be passing you on this just because of what's been swirling around the anime and like whoever like the writer, creator of the show is. But yeah. Sonic Racing getting some Mega Man DLC. Cool crossover. I hope we see more stuff like this for the game. I will not be picking it up. I did pick up Mario Kart, which I haven't really touched it since June. But I mean, it looks cool. Kudos to the people. Kudos to the Sonic Racer fans out there. Hopefully, I'll enjoy this. Hopefully, there's more to come for that. All right, we got more information on Nioh 3. There was like an open beta way back where you could play it, and it seems like it's weird to me. The trailer was very cinematic, and it didn't really showcase the thing that's catching everybody's eyes for the game, and that's that the game is like an open world kind of experience. 1 and 2 were pretty on rails. You could go from area to area and you could explore like pathways, but this is full-blown open world where you kind of run around and attack bases and do things like that. I'm surprised they didn't really showcase that in this trailer. I played 1 all the way through. 2, I made it very deep in the game, but they rehashed a boss from number 1 that I absolutely hated, and I just immediately got off the game and just never came back to it. So I might go back and finish 2 or restart it. I do want to check out 3. We'll see how that goes, though. All right, I was smiling ear to ear when I saw this. I love Dynasty Warriors 3. It's like one of the oldest games that I can remember me playing. I played some Sonic stuff, played some Crash Bandicoot, but in my much, much younger days, I was playing a lot of Dynasty Warriors. I played 3, I played 4, 5, I played 7 Empires, I played 5 Empires, I played Extreme Legends, I played all of it. I played Samurai Warriors, love all that stuff. So for them to be remastering 3 is honestly really exciting because I know this was a must buy for me as soon as I saw it. Coming in hot, we got Code Vein with the big ass anime titties. It's funny because people meme and laugh about how anime games always go for that, but like boom, it's right there in your face. But I am actually tempted to play the game. I've heard of 1, but no one in my inner circles or even just remotely around me talks about it. But maybe I'll check out 1 since they're getting a 2. It looks polished for what it is. If I had all the time in the world, I'd for sure check it out. So we got some Final Fantasy Tactics gameplay. I thought this was only coming to the Switch, but I mean, maybe I got my information wrong. I'm playing through Dragon Quest right now off stream, and Dragon Quest has been really fun. So I'm thinking about checking out Tactics. Probably not right when it comes out because I still got to play Silk Song. But I'm curious about Tactics. I've never really played in this kind of genre type of games. So like Expedition 33, I guess technically is my closest thing to this right now. But Dragon Quest is probably a more pure JRPG. Hopefully I'm using the right term there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. They show more gameplay on it. I think a lot of people are stoked for this game. Following up, we got Let It Die Inferno. Now, I thought I knew about this game, but I think I'm confusing it with something else that's really wacky Japanese action. But this looks low-key interesting. I love extraction games. I played a ton of Escape from Tarkov, which I know does not translate to this game, but I do like the idea of going in, looting up, getting out, PvP, VE. I do like those aspects. So this is 1000% on my radar. It's coming out pretty soon, so I don't know if I'll have time to play it. Battlefield comes out in November. Or actually it's October, so we'll see if I have the bandwidth to squeeze in this kind of game. But it definitely has piqued my curiosity. Another game, there's been a lot of pretty interesting games this State of Play, and I think this is also on my radar. It might be something I pick up later, or at least watch for a bit, but it looks good to me. I like the idea of it. This next one really caught my eye. ChronoScript and the Endless End. I just beat Hollow Knight like earlier this week around Monday, I want to say. And I loved Hollow Knight. It was a great experience. Never tried it before. So this opened my eye up to kind of like these 2D kind of platformer / combat games. And I liked that it reminded me of Hollow Knight, but it still has its own unique identity. It looks like there's knights and stuff. And I really like the art style for the game. So this is something that I will most likely play when it comes out, which I don't think it got a date. I think it's 2026 at this point, but this is high on my radar. Like this is like, I definitely want to check this out. I still got to play Silk Song. But this is looking pretty good to me. This is right up my alley right now. I'm kind of in like a 2D phase. Crimson Desert. Now, I got this confused with Black Desert because I'm like, is this out already? But I was watching it. I thought it was going to be kind of like Vikings or like maybe Indian kind of tribal fighting. And then it kind of expanded into like this thing flying through the air. And it looks like a mix of steampunk. I'm like, what am I looking at? But it does look good. I can say that much. I think I'm going to have to clear my calendar for March 19th because I think I will be playing Crimson Desert. It looks good. It looks like it could be a Souls-like 2 or maybe Souls adjacent, which, you know, I don't care. I like Souls games. It's probably one of my most played genres. It looks good. I would love to hear your thoughts on this one especially, but this is definitely on my radar. This and Crimson for sure, or Chrono Endless Script. All right. Gran Turismo, I've heard of it over the years. I have never played it. The most racing games along this line I played is Need for Speed when I was way younger, but as I've gotten older, I've kind of learned that I'm more of a kart racer and not an IRL car racer, I guess, or just racer. I think it's probably just a racer game, right? Racing. And then kart is, you know, the subgenre. The Crash, Team Racing, Mario Kart, that kind of stuff, Sonic. So I've never played it. I don't really have any thoughts on it. I mean, it looks clean, but it's just whatever to me. The God of War controller looks sick. This is a big one. The Wolverine game, I honestly thought they were going to shut it down after the huge leaks that happened where like they got hacked and the people released all the games that were coming out because we lost the Spider-Man multiplayer game. I thought Wolverine was donezo. This looks like it's going to be an insane game for Insomniac because for Insomniac, now they've moved around and they've done some stuff, right? They've got history. But most recently, they've been doing a lot of Spider-Man where you're like web slinging and you're kind of punching and getting very acrobatic. Whereas in this one, it seems like you're boots on the ground, which is a weird term for this. But you're on the ground and you're just ripping it up. It's very violent, very visceral, very bloody. I'm here for it. It looks cool. I can't wait to play it. This is probably my top 3. This is probably my third top 3 game. And it just looks really good. I am excited for it. I didn't think we were ever going to see it was going to see the light of day. Yeah, I'm super pumped for this one. I feel like this was a really strong showcase from Sony. Of course, not all of them are Sony exclusives, but just getting those games on their platform is pretty important. I feel like this whole year and last year, especially with the Concord flop, there's just been a lot of bad decision-making choices going with all this. What is it? What's the model where it's like always online? You know, games where you have to be connected all the time, playing with other players. They just a lot of misses with that kind of stuff. It's nice to see them kind of moving back towards a very heavy single player experience. I think that's what they need. And I want all gaming companies to succeed as long as they're respectful of the consumers, right? You know, there's another company right now who shall not be named who is doing the exact opposite, but it's good to see them kind of, you know, do a 180 and get back on track. Hopefully some of the other ones out there can do the same thing. But I want to hear from you guys. If you made it this far, again, like, sub, comment, all that good stuff. I want to hear, what are you excited for? What did you think of the showcasing? Y'all stay safe. Peace.